Welcome to this video that is going to demonstrate how to solve linear systems on your calculator. A linear system is two or more equations of lines. Solving the linear system is finding the point of intersection, okay, which is really just where they cross. And if they do not cross, then there's no solution to the linear system. Okay, so one of the things that's really important here is putting both equations in y equals mx plus b form. We have that in the first equation. The second equation we don't, so we're going to have to modify that. So to get y by itself, which is the case in y equals mx plus b form, I'm going to subtract x from both sides, which will give me y equals 9 minus x, or it could be written negative x plus 9 if you would like it to look a little more familiar in relation to y equals mx plus b form. So right now I need to graph the first equation and the second equation on my calculator and find the point of intersection. So I will go to my calculator, do second plus 712 to clear the memory. Just erases everything that might have been stored. And then I'm going to hit y equals, type in the first equation, that's 3x, hit my down arrow, type in the next equation that says negative x plus 9, and hit graph. Okay? Now, if you notice, I can see the point of intersection. I'm going to ask my calculator to report to me what it is. And I do that by doing second trace, which activates the calc menu, calculate. And if you notice number 5, when I scroll down, it says intersection. That's what I want. So you can scroll down and hit enter, or just type 5. And then now it says first curve, so that'll just let you know you're in the right place. And use the arrow keys, the left or right, not the up or down, but the left or right arrow keys to get the cursor to blink near the intersection. And then you just hit enter 3 times. And if you notice, it says 2.25 comma 6.75. And that is the solution to this linear system. 2.25 comma 6.75. Okay? Now, this was a decently easy example because when I graphed it on my calculator, I could see the intersection. I'm going to do another example. We're going to have to adjust the window in Zoom. The only thing that was difficult about this example to start, if you notice, was the fact that I had to put the second equation in y equals mx plus b form. Okay? So let's look at the second example. And if you notice here, they're both decently in y equals mx plus b form. Top equation, the order's a little off, but y is still by itself. So I'm going to go to my calculator and do second plus 712 to reset it. Just clears everything off. Touch y equals. Do 27 minus 1/3 x. Down arrow. Y equals x minus 40, put in the y2. Then I'm going to hit graph. And if you notice, it's graphing the equations, but I don't see them because they're not in the 10 by 10 standard window that my calculator is set up for. So I'm going to hit zoom and choose 3 to zoom out. Now I'm going to hit enter to zoom out once. And it looks like I can see the one line. Oh, and I can see the other, but I can't see the intersection. Now I could zoom out again, totally legitimate, okay? And then hit graph to stop zooming. But for right now, you really can see that I just need to move to my right. So I'll show you another feature that you can adjust the window by, and that's touching the window button and seeing the values for x min, x max, y min, and y max. Well, if I need to look further to my right, which is where I could tell those points were going to intersect, I need to increase my x maximum value. So from 40, I'll make it 70. And then I'll take another look at the graph. And now, if that's not far enough, I'll make it go further right again. Excuse me, farther right again. Further right again, excuse me. And then I don't need to, though, because I can see the intersection. So again, it's second trace, choose 5 for intersect, use my left or right arrow, and here I'm using the right arrow to get the cursor to blink near the intersection, and I press enter 3 times. And that gives me an answer of 50.25, comma 10.25. And that is the point of intersection, which is the solution of the linear system. Okay, so mechanical buttons on your calculator. It's great if you're doing a long Warn problem and you have to generate a answer to a linear system. So feel free to enjoy and use this appropriately.